Hello and welcome back to Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. Yeah, remember I said it was to be a one-off? Well, I lied! Well, actually, the reason I'm doing this is, now that I can actually stream with my Switch again, I want to give a little update on how things have been on Tomodachi Island, because there's been a lot going on since I last showed this place off, and I've basically been playing at least a little bit every day. So there's been a lot to catch up on. Got a lot of new characters, got a lot of new clips and screenshots to show you. It's going to be a fun time. We're going to format this kind of similar to how the last one was. So there will be a clip show at some point, and I'll put chapters in the description and such, so you can skip past parts you don't want to see. But there's some funny stuff in there, I promise. Alright, so Tomodachi Island. It's mostly the same format-wise. Yeah. Mostly the same format-wise. There is... Well, there have been a few changes to the island, but the shape's pretty similar. Mainly because, like, I'm not super good at, designing an island fully from scratch. Like, if you've watched any of my Animal Crossing streams, I basically just kind of went off what the island design was, and just kind of kept with that without terraforming way too much. So, I don't know. At some point, I probably should, because things are getting kind of cramped a little bit. We'll get into that later. But I want to show off the residents. And before we do this, brief warning that there will be some Deltarune Chapter 5 spoilers in this, just letting you know. I know some people are going to be like, Ben, it released a while ago, but no, I still want to be wary for anyone that doesn't want to be spoiled at all. So, just warning that there will be some of that in this video. Anyway, let's see our new residents. We've got everyone we know and love here. I believe we left off on Shantae. Or Abigail, one of the two. I think it was Shantae we left off on. In a pirate getup. So let's introduce the new people, how about? We've got Otacon from Metal Gear. It's kind of inevitable I'd put a Metal Gear character in, but I was trying to decide which one. I played a bit of this on my 3DS, and I had Otacon on my Tomodachi Island there, so I thought I might as well bring him over. Here he is in all his glory. And then I decided, we don't really have enough little gremlins. We kind of have Spamton, but we need a little more. So here's the one that's kind of out of left field. I don't really know much about multi-blood or, like, fighting games in general, but, like, I know the character. I know about this character. A lot of memes about this character, and the funny poses and such. And, I had to put her on. Yeah. You know, this is the out-of-pocket one that you wouldn't expect from me. Next up, we have Chai from Hi-Fi Rush. It's a fun guy, but unfortunately, whenever I see the hair, I can only really think of Woody from Toy Story. Just kind of an unfortunate thing. Like an unfortunate association that I just always think of Woody when I see his hair. I don't know. Next, we have Lamb from Cult of the. As you can see, I barely managed to get their horns and crown on, but this hairstyle was like way too good not to use. So yeah. Next up, Jill Stingray from Valhalla. Decided to put her in and gave her a custom shirt too and such. Fun times with her. And next, a Pokemon character. There are lots of entries for, like, if you go online, you'll find lots of designs for, like, actual Pokemon, like, especially with all the face paint stuff. But I decided I didn't really want to do that. I want to, like, make a human Pokemon character. I thought, let's pick one that's, like, probably around adult age, maybe? Question mark, since we don't actually get it directly told, I don't think. So I decided to do Corbo from Legend of ZA. Also because he's, like, kind of a Yakuza character, which means he and Kiryu would probably get along well. And next up is what I like to call the kid invasion. So for all of the Islanders up until now, we haven't had any children, all adults. In fact, the first child we did have, I sent away. But I decided, alright, if we're getting couples together, they're going to make kids, might as well have them be on the island. It also opens up the opportunity for other child characters, as we'll see. And we also get to play a fun game of guess who the parents are, based on the Islanders that we've already seen so far. So here's Anna, the first child on the island. Decided to mess around with colors and face paint a bit on this one a bit. Decided to like incorporate both parents into the designs a bit, you know, just for fun. Next, decided to just make a whole new child Islander, and I decided to put Nico from One Shot. And this is where I discovered about awesome face tech. So the eyes in particular, I did not face paint those. That is colored blush and such. And I realized, oh, this can be used for, like, colored eyes, which we'll get to in a bit. But I was like, okay, that's fun. The less face painting you have to do, the better, because drawing on this system is not easy. Next up. Oh no, Kid Invasion continues later. But that's the start of it. Next, another bit of out-of-pocket one. Calamitous from Terraria Calamity Mod. So this is both a Calamity Mod and a Terraria character. Because like I didn't really feel good enough about all the other characters that could have put in Terraria from this. So I decided to put Calamitous in because, you know, just figured it'd be fun. And yes, she does have horns, apparently. Like, I wasn't sure when I like saw the design I made for her, and I'm like, oh, I looked at the sprite and like, oh, she does kind of have horns. It's kind of weird and silly. Next up, kind of similar character in some ways. Starbreaker from the game Sora, or more accurately, the game that I know her from, 100% Orange Juice. I decided to make the custom robe thing that she has as well. Couldn't get the hair perfect, but, you know, it's good enough. The eyes were the hardest thing, because she has rainbow-colored eyes. And I had to figure out how I wanted to pull that off. So, you know. I think I ended up well, though. Next up is Cadence from Necrodancer series. I originally wanted to try for her, like, original Crypt of the Necrodancer style, but then I realized, oh, I actually have the clothes to, like, almost perfectly make her Rift of the Necrodancer look. So I decided to go for that instead. And it turned out pretty good, I think. Next up is a rather familiar-looking gentleman. Who might this fellow be? Yeah, I kind of felt really compelled to put Sponge in. I'm not like an avid, frequent Vinesauce viewer, but I did watch his Tomodachi series back in the day. And I am watching his current Tomodachi Living the Life series, and Sponge was always a fun standout character. But I realized something. I couldn't just put Sponge on the island. I want to do something a little interesting with it. So I decided, let's run a little experiment. How would Sponge fare in a relatively more normal environment? If you've seen either of Vinny's Tomodachi series, you know the kind of place that Sponge resides in. And I thought that, well, I'm not doing any of that crazy stuff on my island right now. So I might as well see how he fares in a different environment, if he's still going to be super depressed and everything. Or if, you know, things could look up for him. We'll get to that later. Next is the proper kid invasion, as I mentioned. Again, the fun game of guess who the parents are for most of these. This is Trevor. Decided to sort of form him a sort of tough guy kind of character. Next, I had to. You know, I had to. Like, I did read Homestuck as it was coming out. gigapauses and all and such and all that stuff. So I had to put my favorite character. And this is where I decided to reuse the cool eye tech from making Nico. Because I'm like, well, most of the designs I'm seeing other people make have the colored eyes face painted in. And you know me, I'd rather do as little face painting as possible. So here we go. The eye color isn't like perfect as a result, but that's fine. Because I managed to make the eyes, without like the part coming off the bottom of the eyes, completely within the Mii Maker itself without face paint, which is really cool. I think I managed to pull that off, and it looks good, I think, in my humble opinion. I didn't make her like proper trench coat. I just gave her clothes that sort of fit the spirit of it. I may make the full thing later. I'll figure it out. Next up, Ash. I couldn't really figure out a good personality for Ash for the most part. So I like gave her like, she's like kind of studious and wants to like learn a lot of stuff. I don't know. It's hard for new characters because like I don't have something to go off of. Like I guess the parents kind of. Next up is Dylan. I decided to sort of play this character as like, oh, he's like super outgoing and friendly. You know, kind of like his parents. Next up is Luna. She's a butterfly. That's the joke I kind of wanted to go with, considering her parents. Also, no, I think that's mostly it, actually. Toshi's the most recent child. I decided, this isn't really a personality trait, but the way I decided to put this character is like, he has two moms, so he has a lot of pink around him. He's the kind of guy that likes pink. And, like, he has pink clothes, he has a pink room. It's like, you know, he doesn't mind the color at all. He actually likes it. Nothing wrong with that, of course. But I decided, like, that was, like, the kind of thing I'd base thing around, because, like, I was kind of struggling at this point. And, last but certainly not least, I broke one of my self-made rules, kind of. But also, it's not the first time. I had to put Flowery on. I kind of had to. He's the breakout star of Deltarune Chapter 5. A lot of really memorable phrases I could give to him. Yes, I did kind of break my one character per source rule, but like, I already did with these two. They're not to be separated. You must understand this. They're not to be separated. And I didn't really put Spamton on there. He kind of just showed up. So I figured, you know, it's alright if I put Flowery on. I gave him the custom jacket he's got, the vest thing, and some other stuff that we'll see in a bit. So that's all of the residents, and I kind of feel like we've almost hit critical mass, I think, because, like, we are nowhere near the, 70 max residents, but come on, this is getting to be a lot already. I really don't know if I can really deal with that many more. Like, it's hard enough keeping up with every I keep wanting to say villager because Animal Crossing. Every islander. But it's kind of hard. Even at this amount. So, I don't know. Maybe like one or two more characters. But like, for now, this is a pretty good size, I think. If you are curious, here's some of this stuff. Alright. So, let's do our daily little check-ins for stuff. Bard watching Anna, Miku watching Bard. Let's do this first. Being pretty silly about it. Oh, there's a look ahead on something I made. Uh-oh. This maneuver isn't really working on Bard. No, never mind. They said yes. Yeah, Bar's not really getting along, but you know, maybe that's a good start to change that bit. Also, holy crap, 13. 13 people need something from me. Yeah.
Welcome.
I already have this outfit.
Nothing caught your eye.
I already have this, Isabel. Jeez. Let's see what new clothing is around. Ooh, we almost have all these anyway, so I might as well. Might as well get this. I've kind of been, like, doing this a bit completion style a little bit, where I only get extra outfits if, they change multiple colors at once. There we go. There is a specific clothing I'm looking for, but I'm not really seeing it. Yeah, I don't know. Of course, get all the new stuff. Cute badge. There's only 4 shells, so I might as well get these. And we'll see what's new here.
Thank you very much.
I get a few of those, because they're a bit expensive. And let's see how much money we got. So like I mentioned before, I got pretty lucky early on off some good money, and all my islanders are like almost or most of them are above level 20, so they just give me more money every time they level up, which is pretty nice. I think Corbeau's looking at some ants. Let's take a look here. Good talk. Let's see. What does Starbreaker need?
Do you have a moment?
Sure.
I would just love it if there were a spring picnic.
No, I'm good, I think. Thank you. Oh my god. You all want to play.
Let's play no repeats with a group.
No thanks. I don't really like no repeats that much. You know, my memory sucks. I'm not good at
Care
it.
to try bowling?
Bowling, however, I'm very good at. If you're struggling at bowling, here's a fun trick for you. Aim for in between. Look at that. The entire left side was knocked down by that. There we go. I almost never lose bowling. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty epic, cool
Congratulations.
style. Okay.
Time for your prize.
Ooh. That's a pretty expensive one. I'm only missing like a few treasures. It's kind of annoying. Let's see here. Nepeta needs something. What do you need?
You came to see me. What a win. I want someone to talk to, but someone who can't really talk back. Maybe a pet will do.
A pet, huh? Nuh-pet, huh? You already do have a pet, but let's see. How about a lion? That seems kind of fitting, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, she loves it. You know it. Okay. Flowery needs something. Flowery and Sponge are the only 2 people that are living on their own right now.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
You weren't really keeping me waiting, but thank you, I guess.
My room could use a new vibe.
Dude, your room is perfect. It looks great.
You really think so? Well, if you insist, Charona.
Sorry. Alright, moving on. Abigail needs something.
Strong bad. Oh, sorry. My mind was elsewhere.
Strong bad.
I want to be friends with Spamton.
Sure.
What should we talk about?
What should we talk about? Let's check out some of the lingo, I think. How about a pacifist route?
I'll go talk to him about a pacifist.
Let's see how this turns out.
Hey, Spamton. Do you feel like talking about a pacifist?
Sure.
I feel like what the world could use now is more folks who would describe themselves as a pacifist.
Oh, that boom actually ended a while ago.
Yeah,
You
people are
didn't
onto the weird
know.
route nowadays.
Oh, I had no idea. I guess being a pacifist is out of fashion.
I'm not personally one to do the weird route. I said this before, like, the stuff it goes into kind of makes me feel too uncomfortable to ever want to do it. Don't worry, Abigail. It'll be okay. Alright. Next up. Oh, Bad Bojamo and King Arcinian need something.
Good to see you. It's been a while.
What do you need? Oh.
My boy, mad at you.
Oh, I was about to say you want some dinner, but
don't you
no, I
think?
guess you want,
Think we could up the island scenery by adding some things along the paths?
Dude, have you seen the paths on this island? They're full to the brim.
Oh, okay. Sure. I guess I'll just give up on my dream.
Yeah, try guilt trip me, whatever. You know, let's feed you something.
Hello, Ben.
Let's see. Let's give you a giant gummy bear.
Yum.
What? Oh, he hates giant gummy bear. He hates G-Li, B-Li, Pete Rat, Goomai Can Die. Bad Bow.
Got any camels?
No, Bad Bow. I don't have any camels.
Got a sec? I wanna chat.
Okay, sure.
This might be a tricky question to answer.
Uh-oh.
How would you describe yourself? Like, what kind of person are you?
Octoling?
Yeah, I'd say that. I'd say that describes me pretty well.
Yeah, I consider you something of an Octoling too, Ben. And in case it's not clear, I meant that as praise.
No, well, thank you, Bad Bow. You know, let's feed you something as well. I don't have any camels for you, before you ask. Have some of this. Some food. Alright. Ooh, we leveled up. Right now I'm just kind of giving them money. $20 each.
Thanks. If I save up $4,800 more, I can go on that Antarctica tour I've been dreaming of.
So I do actually have recorded footage of the Antarctica tour. I'll probably play it at some point during this video. It was from a previous attempt at recording this that, like, went off the rails and, like, didn't... It had some weird stuff in it that I will mention later. Yeah, that kind of ruined the vibe of that whole thing.
Do you have a moment?
Let me guess, you want a spring lantern?
I would just love
Yep. No, thank you. Not on the beach, at least. Who else needs something from me? Oh, Toshi needs something. Let me guess. You want a spring picnic
Do you have a
lantern?
mo- I would.
No. Okay. Jill wants to play a game.
Let's play moving cups together.
Sure.
I promise there are no tricks or secrets to this. Keep your eyes on the cup.
That's a
with the
Homestar
coin.
coin down there.
Here we go. Where is the coin hiding?
Okay, round 2.
I think it's the left cup. Which will you choose?
I think the coin hasn't moved.
Do you stand on the right side when riding escalators?
Oh, yeah.
I see. I'll keep that in mind the next time I use one.
Yeah?
Where is the coin hiding?
Like, let people pass on the left and whatever, like traffic. I haven't ridden an escalator in a while, but I'm pretty sure that hasn't changed.
Time.
Alright. A whole horse. Okay. That's everyone done for now. So, I want to quickly show off all the custom stuff I've made. List of creations. Here we go. So here's all the custom food I made. I think as of the previous video, I just had these 4. Large Sodar, crumbs, too much spaghetti, and Freiger. But now, we also have forbidden candy. Got these glass beads. I'm like, oh, that's candy. That's fruit gushers, actually. So I decided, you know, just put it on a little plate, and there we go. Next, chocolate bunny, which I made by, taking the bunny pet and coloring it brown, pretty much. This is diaper pie. Homestar's Uncle Poopaw's diaper pie. I mean, regular pie. Made it very accurate. It's tilted to the side, and I put the straw in it. And it tastes... No, hold on. And of course, it tastes awful. As you'd expect. And up next is bread and water soup. It's a proper meal. I really should play Robot Alchemic Drive at some point. I really should. Of course, you saw the giant gummy bear. And here's all the custom clothes. Made Flowery shirt, Starbreaker, Jill, May, Homestar. I could probably make a proper shirt for Homestar, but, you know, maybe someday. Here's all this other stuff. Like, you know, we've got Lyle, Chaos Emerald, an animal, Baba, an incremental game, and all the new stuff. Well, no, Campanella's not new, but I am happy how it's turned out again. Boomerang, since we have Vi, also Doug. If you know, you know. I had trouble making this one look good for some reason. Mainly because, like, I forgot, oh, I guess Vi's Boomerang does have that line in the middle. And next up, the greatest console to ever live, the Game Clam. Got all the fun details on there. This is really fun to make. Like, I got the Gene padding, I got the vents, I got the squishy trackballs, got the happy and sad buttons on the actual console. You can't see the iToy 2. That's, like, off to the side. You can't really see it attached to the controller. Camera angle's different. But yeah, got the Game Clam on there. This one was also really fun to make. A gaming stream. Look, it's what I'm doing right now, sort of. And like I said, I do want to try and stream some of this game every now and then. Now that I can actually do it again. I'm back on Windows 10. I'm never going back. So once he brought Calamdus in, I thought, okay, I gotta bring in something from her fight, so I decided to bring in a Soul Seeker. And it wasn't until I was actually drawing this that I realized, oh, that's a skull with its mouth open. Like, I just, like, noticed, like, oh, it has a shiny eye there. I didn't even notice the skull around it. Mainly because there's a lot going on in that fight, and I haven't really looked at the individual sprites that much. And I had to make I Am a Cat. I kind of had to. I was waiting until I got the actual cat pet for this. And it took way longer than I would have liked. I just did not find a cat for the longest time. I could have used the clip art cat that they do have, but I used that for something else, as you've probably already seen. The 808. This one turned out really good too, I think. I managed to get pretty much everything there, I think. I don't think I missed out on a lot of stuff, but yeah, this is fun to make. Nepeta came on the island, so I'm like, I'm gonna make a shipping chart. Almost immediately after making this, it became inaccurate, for a very funny reason that we'll get to. And to give you a hint, no. There have been no breakups or divorces on my island, somehow. I don't know how, but it hasn't happened yet. We got Flowery on the island, so I decided to bring in Orange, whose catchphrase is, I'm telling. Actually, kind of like spliced multiple sprites together, because I couldn't find one that had this face and the fist like that. Which I actually had to move up 1 pixel. Because, you know. So it looks like Orange is actually standing on the ground. So this one. Gran Switchport. Gran, of course, is the main series of the Game Clam consoles. They collaborated with Nintendo before I could get all the golfing games on the on the Game Clam. So I guess this is Game Clam being like, all right, we'll put one of our games on your console too. So this is Gran the Switch port. And the LX Star from UFO 50. I decided to make this. I put stuff that was like from the flavor text that you actually said on there. It's like, oh, the October 1985 issue with golf area tips and strategies, level design contest. Got UFO, got the Campanella and Pilot there, and I've got a gold trophy and a cherry in the bottom left. Fun stuff. And Nepeta used to live in a cave before she moved in with everyone there. This was kind of low effort, to be honest. I just took the default hill one and just put a little cave entrance and little glowy eyes on there. Here are these things. Mystery Egg, the Crash Campanella, Campanella Heritage Site. I did make the sign, like I mentioned I would. And a Pokeball. And if you think this looks a little weird, actually drawing on the sphere thing is hard to make a straight line in. You try and do it. It looks kind of weird, but it looks good enough, and it's so small that, like, you're not going to be able to tell super easily. And, no custom tiles or anything. Next up, what did I want to do? Oh, right, the news. I might as well show off the news and such. I got a few saved news stories that I want to show off as well.
For Thursday, July 16th. Fingernail art is having its orange moment.
Oh?
It started when celebrity model Lamb applied an orange to their fingernails. And then did that again and again. We've recreated a visual for you here.
Love it.
The next thing you knew, it seemed everyone was doing it. Anyone with fingernails and access to an orange can give it a try. It seems this trend will stick around for a while, especially since many folks are using industrial-grade adhesive. We asked residents for their reactions.
This really hit me hard.
People sure do have a lot of time on their hands.
And a lot of orange.
Thanks for watching. I'm Cadence, and this has been the 12 o'clock news.
Alright. Let me search through the news that I've saved. Let me check this one. I forgot why I saved some of these. It's probably just kind of funny.
This is me news for May 21st, 2026. An independent study has revealed some of Jill's tendencies and hidden abilities. Jill has a powerful brain that can remember what she did yesterday and arm strength that allows her to do 2 whole push-ups.
I wish I could do that.
That's not all. It's estimated that she could fully consume a Frogger if she wanted to for some reason. We'll share more details as they become available. We asked residents for their reactions.
Oh, I can't be seen on
Oh,
TV.
this was why.
Cut away. Cut away.
Daidoji
And
moment.
life goes on. Big whoop.
That was good. Okay, that's why I saved this
Thanks
one.
for watching. I'm Lamb, and that was me news for May 21st, 2026.
Alright. Oh, this one was fun.
This is me news for May 24th, 2026. Great news for folks who like to keep their keys chained. A new series of keychains based on popular Mad at You residents has just released. For business profit reasons, the keychains come in an opaque, sealed package, which means customers never know which one they're going to get.
Yeah,
The
they're
lineup of
Labubu's.
collectibles includes Waving Abigail, Dancing Curly Brace, and Too Scared to Talk to Her crush Anna. Also, for reasons that were unclear at press time, a large Sodar. We spoke with Patches, who said, "I keep getting a large Sodar every time. Does anyone want to trade?" No word yet on any takers.
Ah, poor Patches.
We asked residents for their reactions.
This really hit me hard.
Was that really newsworthy?
Thanks for watching. I'm Kiryu, and that was
Also, I find
News
it funny
for
how
May
the last
24th,
Me News was like,
2026.
Kiri's like, I don't want to be seen on camera, and then immediately the very next one that I had saved here, he's the one presenting.
This is me news for May 27th, 2026. Folks who like reading and fans of book-laden coffee tables alike will be excited to hear that Pip Emmy's new photography book is out today. Titled A Boomerang and Me, the book is a collection of photos
I
of
think I
both
like
Pip
this one
Emmy
because,
and a
like,
boomerang.
it's always funny
The
when they
book
put the
has
me
received
heads
a
on
number
real
of
people
pre-release
bodies.
awards,
That one's always really
including
funny
most
to
on
me.
its title and least imaginative concept, and pre-sale numbers have been steadily rising. Reached for comment, Pip Emmy simply stated, "I needed everyone to see me. I'm just using a boomerang for scale.
Sorry about that.
Is it working?" We
Had to turn
asked
on my fan
residents
as
for
well
their
as my AC
reactions.
because it is
There's
summer.
someone
and
crying
it is
about this
hot.
somewhere. I'm sure of it.
I'd like not to melt to
Ha
death,
ha.
please.
Sorry. I shouldn't laugh.
Calamitous, that's
Thanks
me.
for watching. I'm Otacon, and that was me news for May 27th, 2026.
Alright, this one just had a funny title. Woman Bites Food.
This is me news for May 29th, 2026. This story is not for the faint of stomach. We're reporting live on the condition of Lammy after participating in an island challenge of the highest order. The challenge: to eat enough chocolate bunny to feed a horse in less than 1 hour. Of course,
My god.
local daredevil Lammy was up for it, and seemed to be besting the chocolate bunny in the early minutes of the competition. But before long, reality set in, and Lammy was forced to declare the chocolate bunny a winner with just 1 bite left. You'll get him next time.
As someone that like loves chocolate,
We asked
that's a bit
residents
too much
for their
chocolate for me.
reactions.
Did you really just report on that?
Nothing I could say would make a difference, would it?
Thanks for watching. I'm May, and that was me news for May 29th, 2026.
Alright, this one had a funny visual on it that I wanted to save.
This is me news for June 7th, 2026. In professional cleaning news, Dylan has signed a lucrative contract with the Mad at You Clean Machines, a team in the NJL, National Janitor League. "This is what I've worked for my whole career," he was quoted as saying. "I've always wanted to represent my hometown on the freshly swept and mopped hardwoods." Details of Dylan's incentive-laden contract have leaked and are raising eyebrows. He's getting paid the big bucks just to ride around on that thing. But Dylan remains calm amidst the frenzy. Look, bottom line. If the floor's clean, I get paid, he said. We asked residents for their reactions.
And
That's old hat to me.
Thanks for watching. I'm Trevor, and that was Me News for June 7th, 2026.
Getting through these pretty quickly. Oh, hey, Sponge. Mysterious objects appear on beach.
this is Me News for June 9th, 2026. Beachgoers today encountered a strange new phenomenon on the shores of Manitou. Reports have been
Oh
streaming
god.
into the
Oh, this
station
one was
of a
scary
large
because,
number of
like,
unusual objects
Pilot without,
washing
like,
up
the
on local
black around his
beaches
eyes,
overnight.
like, it's kind of
We spoke with an
terrifying.
expert on unusual objects who assured us
Look at him
these
just
are even
staring
more
at
unusual
us.
than usual. The beach was soon overrun with antique dealers hoping to reel in the tidal wave of trinkets.
How did he
The
get the
ocean's
UFO
great
hat
host.
to, like,
Here
levitate
she
like
is,
that correctly?
After all, the greatest antique collector of all time. We asked residents for their reactions. People sure do have a lot of time on their hands.
I'm still not sure what to say.
Thanks for watching. I'm Isabel, and that was Me News for June 9th, 2026.
Alright. Next up, Fragger Monster.
This is Me News for June 10th, 2026. We're here today with news of a mysterious creature that appeared just beneath the waters of Mad at U's eastern shore. It was dubbed the Fragger Monster due to the fact that its head resembles a fragger. For days now, crowds have been flocking to the beach to catch a glimpse of this potentially dangerous and, quite frankly, frightening creature. However, it was soon discovered that the creature was none other than Doug with a fragger stuck on his head.
That's his
Countless
hand,
vendors
though.
along the beach are doubling down,
That-
insisting it is a real
that-
monster,
that's his
and
hand,
that they
though.
don't need to rename their Fragger Monster Pops. We asked residents for their reactions.
Fragger Monster
What am I
Pops
supposed
just
to do
reminds me
after
of
hearing
Ace
that?
Attorney with,
Yeah. Well, you should see
what,
what I
what
can
do they
do.
call it in that game? It's the
Thanks
Nessie
for watching.
equivalent. Where, like,
I'm
Larry was
Abigail,
like, oh, I'm
and
selling
that
my
was Me
samurai
News for June
dogs,
10th,
like, but we're gonna
2026.
call them Nessie dogs or whatever. Here we go. This one's a little funny.
This is Me News for June 15th, 2026. Something strange was in the water yesterday. Local residents converged at a nearby faucet that appeared to be dispensing papuko. As the faucet was meant to be dispensing water, a special water and tactics team was summoned and immediately
Taptics is a
performed
really
a
good
rescue
pun.
operation on Papuko. Papuko seemed embarrassed at first, but then noted that this was the most hydrated that she's ever been. We asked residents for their reactions. I just wanted to know where the bathroom is.
A day late and a dollar short, right?
Well, it did happen yesterday,
Thanks for
so...
watching. I'm Trevor, and that was Me News for June 15th, 2026.
Alright, what else did I want to save? This.
This is Me News for June 19th, 2026. The Global Boomerang Expo opened today to great fanfare and enthusiasm. This fascinating exhibition features a boomerang from nearly every culture and nation in the world. Now, you might think that if you've seen one type of boomerang, you've seen them all. But once you've visited the expo, you'll realize it's kind of true. We asked residents for their reactions. What am I supposed to do after hearing that? Well, whatever makes people happy.
This is just like
Thanks for watching.
Doug's route from MonsterCon.
I'm Chai, and that was Me News for June 19th, 2026.
Alright. What's next? Here we go.
This is Me News for June 27th, 2026. It's that time of year again. Lucky Mad at You residents might catch a glimpse of the annual I Am a Cat migration. This year's I Am a Catlings were born on the shores of Lake Shipping Chart and migrated to
No,
nearby
the
Lake
baby
Forbidden
should be
Canyon.
called I Am a
There
Kitten.
was some drama with this year's migration, as at least one baby mistook Trevor for its mother, but in the end, the new I Am a Cat habitat was reached. We asked residents for their reactions.
I know a thing or two about that.
Well, yeah,
What?
your kid almost became mother
Thanks for
to
watching.
I'm a Catling.
I'm Junpei, and that was Me News for June 27th, 2026.
And immediately after that, we got the exact same news, but with too much spaghetti. This one's funny for reasons.
This is Me News for June 29th, 2026. Local archaeologists recently made a startling find. A research team excavating an ancient site near Boomerang Beach recently uncovered a fossilized brand. Based on sediment analysis, the team claims the item in question could be over 10,000 years old, casting into doubt the credentials of local sediment experts. Nevertheless, the discovery has thrown scientists into a frenzy.
This is funny
with
if
one
you know about
researcher
Game
explaining,
Clam stuff,
"This
because
changes
the lore of the
everything."
original Game Clam
Well,
was that
everything about a brand.
people
asked
dived
residents for
for
their
pearls,
What am I
and
supposed
the
to do
pearls
after
were like
hearing that?
That's
the
really
pearls were the
something.
games, and like they were like
Thanks
talking
for
about
watching.
neutrinos in
I'm
Antarctica
Toshi,
and stuff
and
like
that
that.
was Me News for June 29th,
So like these
2026.
they had to go find the games that they were ancient and stuff. Huh.
This is Me News for July 14th, 2026. In today's Did You Know segment,
Did you
did
know?
you know that fellow Mad at your resident lamb makes stamps? Well, they do. Introducing the Lamb Dream Set,
Oh, look at this.
featuring lovingly crafted stamp images of lamb themselves, along with selected luxury items. The set has received mostly critical praise and is being promoted as the pinnacle of lamb's work. However, at least one vocal critic has pointed out that the work contains a chocolate bunny that has been printed backward.
Oh no, how tragic.
Isn't there anything more interesting going
Does it
on?
matter which way the bunny
Why didn't you
is
tell me this
like facing?
Thanks for watching.
I guess it does.
I'm Inkling, and that was Me News for July 14th, 2026.
All right. Multiple things about bread and water soup. I guess people on this island like it. It is a proper meal, after all. Before we go on the clip show, let's check up on what people want now.
Don't push me, okay? I'm definitely not chickening out.
All right, I won't push you.
Ah. Oh, it was just a dream.
Sure was.
Co-star.
Oh, what's up?
Not much. Just checking in on you. Ooh. What's going on, Sholmes?
Welcome to the home of the Speckled Band.
Yeah?
My dear fellow, I can't explain it, but Spamton is on my mind all the time lately.
Sounds like love.
Huh? I never really thought of Spamton
Aw.
in that way before. But hearing you think it's love is making me wonder.
Alright. False alarm, people. You do need to be fed, though. How about a diaper pie
Yum.
for your crimes? Yeah, that's the right reaction to it, I guess. Yep. Okay. What's Pilot want? Oh, Nico's in trouble.
Hey, good afternoon.
What's up, buddy?
I've been thinking too hard. My head feels all fuzzy inside.
Oh no.
Help me clear my mind.
Thinking of maple taffy or whatever.
Phew. I feel so much better now.
Yeah, it was maple taffy. Alright, let's go help Nico, I guess. Well, actually, hold on. Flowery,
Doc,
go help them out.
are you alright?
Please help me.
Oof, I've never seen a case this bad before.
Mysterious wind.
I'm gonna be okay, though. Right. You're a real lifesaver.
What a relief. You're okay, Jarona.
Yeah, look at that.
Thanks for helping me and
Flowery
Nico get
helping out.
closer, Jarona.
Oop, hold on. Oh, never mind. Missed it, I guess. What do you want?
Care to try bowling?
Bowling, you say? I'd love to. Homestar just like leaning on Pico there. They could be a problem. Never mind. I'm good at this game. Now to get both of them. Bam!
Congratulations. You won.
Let's pick middle. Oh boy, teeth. My favorite. Shantae. Watching Lamb.
Caught you. You caught my heart some time ago.
Aww. Look at that. They're getting along great. Well, kind of? That rating was kind of low for both of them, but I guess they're fixing it up a bit. Like I said, we haven't had any breakups or divorces, so, who knows? Anything can happen.
Guess it was just a dream.
Alright. Let's feed you a pepper. One whole pepper. Chow down. Aw, I didn't like it. Oh well. Alright, who else needed something? Duster.
I wish I had an indomitable human spirit. Oh, don't mind me. Just thinking out loud. I want to be friends with Doug.
Go for it.
What should we talk about?
Let's see. How about... Tell about the band you were
Got
in.
it. I'll go talk to him about DCMC. Hey, Doug. Do you feel like talking about DCMC?
What? I was just thinking about DCMC too.
Oh, he knows about
I
it.
feel destiny at work here, Doug. Please be friends with me.
Or not. I don't really believe in
Oh.
destiny anyway. Never mind.
Okay, I guess. Oh. That's a bit out of
I
character
guess
for
Doug
Doug.
wasn't really feeling our convo about DCMC.
Oh well. Don't worry, Duster. It's probably not your fault. Here. Have some
Yum.
food. There you go. All happy again.
I feel like a heavy weight has been lifted from my shoulders.
Yay. Alright. What else? Anna's dreaming about something.
Keep. Toss. Keep. Toss. Keep.
That gummy bear is almost bigger than her head.
Keep. Keep.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, if you threw that, I was gonna be disappointed.
What was that about?
Okay. Just one more person.
Oh.
You can do fed as well. Have some grits.
Yum.
Great. Okay. Who needs help right now? Kiryu wants to play a game.
I've got some.
You also want to play Kiryu. Oh my god. No wonder you're one of my favorites. Let's try this. There we go. Perfect.
Congratulations, you won.
Awesome. Gold bar. Ah, yeah. Okay. Let's quickly get some of this. Do not perceive the numbers that show up. Do not perceive. See, there's no number there. I don't have a level right now. Couldn't find it. Okay, one last thing. Isabel?
How
How
do you do, Your Majesty?
Isabel? We have received a request from Yaren asking to serve as Your Majesty's retainer.
Your Majesty's birthday, December 20th, will now be an official holiday. The entire island will have to celebrate it.
Your subjects have formed a fan club for you, Your Majesty.
3 cheers for you, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
Alright. So now I believe it is time for the clip show. This will take a little bit. So, you know, if you don't want to watch it, you can skip it and such. But, I'll catch you up on all the little stories that have been happening in the meantime. Nope. This one. Let's see, where did we last leave off at? Pretty far down here. I know it was like right before a marriage happened. Here we go. So this is where we left off last time. And like I said, immediately right after the first video, Joke Explainer and Anna got married. Fun times were had by all. And this is the sign I made. I put next to the Campanella. Very fun. Bug Fables moment, kind of. Would have been better if she had caught a beetle or a moth or something, but, you know. Starting a blog about Strong Bad. You should start a website about it. Or an email show. This is Duster being summoned away to Mother 3. Quest to save the world. He may be gone for a while and never return. Here's the Bell interaction.
Seek not to be like Hellshake Yano.
Ah.
but strive to be like Hellshake Yano.
It's really funny whenever the loud voices peak the audio, but it's also annoying and hurts. Also, yes, I do not have a cattail for an Echo Arc or a pet or anyone. I eventually got a dogtail at some point, which we'll see later, but no cattails yet. Closest I got was a lion tail. Or tiger tail, rather. Otacon being way too in character for a bit. Comparing the morning to a Metal Gear. I think this was like just after I had a Neko Arc. This is what they were doing. A Neko Arc and Chai, rather. So if they were like immediately started doing this, I'm like, okay. Weird. This was someone confessing a Duster. I hadn't done this variation yet, which is funny. And Miku showed up, and Duster said yes. So look at that. Happy days, except for the person that, except for Curly Brace. Poor Curly Brace. Got rejected. And I am happy to see that they still brought back this from the old game. Still a concert hall or anything fun like that, but, you know, we at least got some of this old stuff. And this is something I also wanted to bring up. I've seen a lot of, like, tips and tricks I wish I knew about Tomodachi life. But one that I don't see talked about is you should place as many different types of objects on your island as possible. Not like color variations, but like different types. Because you unlock certain things for getting it. As you can see, up to like 58. Which, you know, as the seasons pass, we'll get more stuff, but like you unlock a few pretty good things. Like, you get the throne, you get these, you get the king outfit that King Arcanian's in. It's pretty useful, and don't see real people talking about much. Here's a funny dream. There's a funnier version later. Oh, here's my perfect bowling. Don't know how that bowling ball curved like that, but I'm not going to complain. Here's King Arcanian talking about he failed at eating dinner. Epic fail. Spamton in his natural habitat. Living out of a garbage can. Here's just one version of the throne cutscene. Importing a Campanella just for Shantae. Don't know what she's going to do with it. Here's right after I made Forbidden Candy, just like showing it off. Yeah, Pico could talk about Newgrounds all day. He's one of the main mascots of it. Here's a little picture I took, because they asked me to take a picture. I think on a previous occasion, I think it was Junpei as well, just asked me to take a picture. And I didn't put him in the picture, and they have dialogue for that. It's like, wow, I really loved how you didn't put me in the picture at all. Good job, I guess. I'm like, okay, fine. And ever since then, I've always put the person asking in the photo. Neko Arc is lecturing about the importance of swag. Patches, you need to be swag. And here's this. Which, as far as I can tell, only occurs
Would you
when the two people in the middle
accept
are
this as a
already
gift?
together.
from me? Thank you. I've always wanted this.
And I'm like, this can only lead to disaster. One way or another, it can only lead to disaster.
I thought I liked Kiryu, but now Isabelle has my attention too. Who do you think I really like?
Yeah, it's just a very silly thing. And I've gotten this before. I've gotten this later as well. And yeah, I think it only happens like they're intruding on an already established couple, and they're like, no, I like that person instead. Spampton just thinking about a big shot. Here's this amazing pick of the litter I got. I picked the middle one, so I could have gotten a pine cone or a stick. Funny story. One of the treasures I'm still missing is that stick, and I've yet to get it again. So, probably should have chosen the stick, despite, you know, how funny this image is. King Harkinian probably would have an air fryer collection. That seems in character. Here's Vi after getting her precious boomerang. Here's a making the game clam. And of course, the first one I gave it to Bad Bow. Of course. Gotta have Operation Peace. Oh, and here's the clock interaction.
Bing. Bing. Bong. The current time is 2:51 and 28 seconds p.m. Bing. 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 Bong. The current time is 2:51 and 38 seconds p.m. Bing. 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 Bong.
Alright. And, yeah. Morik's friends. There's, like, always someone having a fight half the time I boot up this game. And I don't know why. It just causes a lot of problems. Oh yeah, here's this.
This one goes out to you, Ben. I hope you dig it.
This one's called A Song for My Baba.
That's an awesome name for a song.
Foo, 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 foo.
That was a cute little thing there. Shantae moment at the lighthouse. I did actually get the lighthouse interaction for once, and now it's near the end actually, but I'll show it off later. Otacon watching Curly fight, it's like, just like Goro Majima, just like my Japanese animes. Fun story. Phoenix Wright and Goro Majima actually do know each other. It is canon. And, Lamb. The instant I made Lamb, they fell in love. Instantly. We'll see how that goes later. Doug with a boomerang. Just, you know. Lamb also, that very same day, wanted to confess to Madeline. She said no. Lamb then wanted to try again. And another no. She didn't even show up this time. Had to get King Arcadian to say no. And after that, they fell in love with May, who, I remind you, is already with Isabel. And then after that, Spampton fell in love with Shantae. It's just Attack of the Game Clam. Kind of funny. Chai saying, "You saved my Bakami day," to Dame Dane guy. It's funny. Yeah, I put this as Otacon's when screaming out to the ocean thing, and I guess they can just randomly say it. So that was just funny. This incremental game is Matthew's most valuable treasure. The people here love Cookie Clicker. It's insane. It's like an epidemic almost. Yeah, and then poor Lamb. Poor Lamb. The wedding went off without a hitch. All that fun stuff. Look at them, their cute little outfits. And here we go. This was promising. Because if you remember, there were a lot of lesbian couples on the island. The only other couple at the time was Inkling and Pico. And Inkling is non-binary, and it is out of my jurisdiction to comment on what that couple counts as. It is way out of my jurisdiction for that. So I'm not even gonna think about what that counts as in regards to any of this. But yeah, this is our first gay couple, which is good. Not that all the lesbian couples were bad, of course, but just like finally we're getting some of this, which is good. I did make a threat last time that I'd need to start turning all the men pansexual or gay, because they were very quickly running out of people to get with. And we'll see the consequences of that a bit later, but yeah, this was nice. This was nice to see. And then Shantae fell in love with Lamb. So, the way it is right now, Spampton likes Shantae, likes Lamb, likes May, who is married to Isabel. Weird, funny love shapes and such. This is just a funny visual. They had the giant hamster next to the smaller T-Rex is just funny to see. Both the short people on a seesaw. Oh, and here's the Pokeball. As you can see, like, it looks kind of fine from a distance. Which, you know, is what I was hoping for. It looks fine. And, yes, I got the Virtual Boy. I was happy to see this. No interest in trying out the Virtual Boy Virtual Console stuff, especially if, like, you do need extra stuff just to play it. I still can't believe that they won't let this thing die. It's crazy. And then, Miku and Duster get married. Look at that. They're discussing what makes this Tomodachi life so unique. Well, you two are in it, for starters. That's pretty unique. Who in Free Country USA best represents a terrific athlete? This was not me prompting Homestar. That was already in the lingo. This was just perfect. And I don't think Homestar won this little debate, either. I think someone else was a terrific athlete. Lamb, all about starting cults. You know them. I gave Sholmes a light bulb because, like, you know, Eureka and that sort of thing, and taking a picture of it's kind of funny. Jill name dropping saying that now is a friend of a friend. If I was to put another character in from Robot Atomic Drive, it would have to be Nanao. It would. But then I feel like you gotta put Yui in there as well. Because, you know, the girlfriends. You got to. Then we'd have 3. Which is like a little much. And I just like these. Every time. These are always really funny. Baba's stealing that. They need it for a puzzle. Go, Doug! Awesome. Okay. Next up, Pilot wanting to give away his Campanella. This must be one that he already crashed and is broken already. How to be a big shot. Now's their chance. And when Anna was born, this was really funny to see. The first thing she sees is Lyle. Bad Bo, loving his game clam. It's got all his friends on there, and Operation Peace, his own game, probably. Oh, and here's Chai confessing to Doug, and it worked. Hooray! They're a really good couple together. It's really cute. This is funny because Bad Bo is sad and he's playing Cookie Clicker to get rid of his sorrows. Cookie Clicker's not the first choice I'd pick if I was sad and wanted to cheer up, but you do you, Bad Bo. This is just a classic example of when the lingo you make for a certain situation pops up in that situation. Yes, I know, it's funny. Like, it's funny when streamers make the me say swears and then they say the swears and it's funny, but, like, it's still funny. You have to admit. I guess I made them say it, but it's still funny. Oh, and if you're wondering, you've probably seen stuff for, like, what people's favorite and most favorite thing are, like those cutscenes, but what about someone's least favorite of all time? And I was so close to a first level up for him. And look at all of that. Go away. Ooh, that is tragic. That sucked. Corbo trying to persuade Network that Forbidden Candy can be stylish. Here's a funny thing. If someone's playing guitar, someone can come up and try and imitate it with, like, a pan. It's kind of funny. Lamb was like, I think Shantae has a crush on me. And for the record, she did have a crush on them. And it worked. They did get together. A little action shot here. Oh, here's the Daidoji moment. Can't be seen on TV. Nice. Uh, Pilot's kind of spitting facts here a little bit. Doesn't Metal Gear kind of make you think of a Campanella? Also, he would say that. Here's Nico and some pancakes. I had to give them pancakes. It's a favorite. And little did I know, I didn't know until a little later, after I'd already given them this, that this particular room already has pancakes in the corner. Like in the corner that's off camera, it has like a stack of pancakes on a plate that Nico already has. So, you know. Oh, they're not going to say no to more pancakes. Oh, here's this.
Hold it right there.
Again, spammed in
This is
his natural habitat.
recyclables only.
That was just kind of funny, seeing that. This is when I realized that this line of dialogue is just always wrong, no matter what. They just say this. Like, there's no, like, condition for things. Like, if they're close enough age, say this line. No, because Nico's a literal child. And Doug is an adult. It's silly. Of course I gave Nico a light bulb. Hope they protect it. This is funny. This is, like, the line where they're, like, saying things about each other, and, like, this is the line where it's like, okay, you went too far. Your cuteness is so far beyond mine. It's like you belong in all 12 months of a cuteness calendar. I don't think if I had anyone on all of mad at you, that's who's better at solving problems with music than me. True, Bard did save the world with music. It's true. And yeah, here's this. Once you get past the platinum trophy for, like, happiness boosts, you just get the cutscene and nothing else. Like, you just get to watch it with different people. Then Chai and Doug got married. Yay! Yay, good stuff. And of Corsica, Chai would say this line. Corsica, an high five rush. Yeah, you get the joke. Here are the other pictures from the honeymoon. And here was this. If I was close to giving up on this, which is sad. Otacon stepping on a game clam. Oh, and here's this. I happened to be playing, like, right at 4:59 at the time, so I'm like, hey, I might as well see the transition. This might be something that I don't think many people, like, actively see, so I wanted to show this off. Like, yeah, you see from the night market when you buy it and it closes up, but you don't really see it transitioning like that. Spammed in here. Wanted to put a sprinkler in the middle of the soccer game they're playing. Pretty rude if you ask me. Spampton and Badbo, friends thanks to a big shot. This is really funny if you know that the connection between these two with Wayne. Funny when people find out, what do you mean Wayne was Spampton? What do you mean the fridge guy was Spampton and made HLVRAI? It's kind of funny. Here's this. Two little gremlins falling in love with each other. This didn't last, for the record. Here's the gaming stream I made. And the thought of Doug watching my streams and enjoying them makes me really happy for some reason. It just really does. Like, ooh, funny streamer. Yeah, Nico, taking good care of the light bulb. And this is funny. Because, you know, you've seen the thing where someone just keeps hammering on, like, a lamppost and it turns on and off, you know. But it turns out the tiki torch is a light source, so I don't know how this is physically possible. Can fire turn on and off like this over and over again? I don't know, but it's a funny visual. I think Mr. White's pretty funny. You would think that, Badbo. You would. You ever think about Dad? Here's 4 different people listening in on the conversation about finding a legendary incremental game. An uncommon or epic or rare one. No, they want the legendary incremental game. This is just a funny moment. So as that man, well, I can face anything life throws at me. Oh, and here's me first trying this.
Oh yeah, right there.
Just world record. Fastest I've done that. 7 ways to become a squid kid. Yeah, that gets a click from me. And here's just this, like, I'm kind of impressed how all of this is going on screen at the same time with no performance issues. The fact that, like, the bungee jumping dream is the only thing that lags like that, I think it's on purpose. That has to be on purpose. That's the only thing that's causing performance problems. Like, yeah, again, I only have like 40 or so islanders at this point. It's like, imagine having 70. That's a bit too much for me. Otacon, taking photos of Metal Gear's MGS2 moment. Level 200. You can see I've played this game a whole lot. One of them is claiming that Wayne Radio TV can tell you anything you need to know about a UFO. That's just really funny if you are a knower. If you know about Grandma's house. Here's Madeline falling for Sholmes. We'll see how this goes later. Again, I just love these little scenes of a creature stealing something from a shop. It's just really funny every time. Here's Vi confessing to Abigail, and it worked out perfectly. And here's the consequences of me threatening to make all the guys gay. We'll also see how this turns out later, maybe. Here's 5 different people sword fighting, only 2 of which have actual swords. That was kind of funny. And of course, Lamb has the sheep dream. Of course they would. And here's this. They're just naming different cat breeds while throwing the ball back and forth.
Chartreuse.
Just
Japanese bobtail.
Kalmani.
British short hair.
American short hair.
come on, Bad Bo. That's cheating. And Kiryu getting right up in Spamton's face with a flashlight during this as well. It's funny. I just want to take a picture of this because I thought it was pretty funny. So about that beer I owed you. I could put a Half-Life character in. I'm not sure what. I don't know. I think I had Gordon Freeman on my 3DS game. But I don't know. Get him a mini car. Getting him into Pocket Circuit. I feel like it's an uncommon opinion that I like Pocket Circuit. I just thought it was really fun. It's like all the configurations and stuff, try and make a fast car. Here's an action shot. There's just enough room on the side island to the west that I could just take this. It was pretty good. Like I said, I'm at the maximum size, and I should probably remake the island from scratch, but I'm not good at that. Like I did with Animal Crossing, I'm better with, like, taking what's already there and building off of it, but, like, doing something completely from scratch, I don't know if I'm good enough to do that. We got the Soul Seeker. There's that. Of course, immediately give it to Calamitous. Here's Nico making their first friend, and I don't think they're going to be a good influence, in my honest opinion. But that's what they wanted, so. That's cute. You're a big shot. No, you're a big shot. And I had to. It was kind of funny. Even though Nico's not a cat, obviously. It's kind of funny to give them this. And, yeah, there we go. Homestar wanted to go out with Neko-Arc, but she said yes to Corbeau instead. And I called Spamton a little gremlin. Like, yeah, that's fair. I guess I am a little gremlin. Apparently, he's been hanging out with Dr. Wiltz, building Mega Knights. I figured they might get along, but, like, of course, Mega Knights weren't built to harm people. They weren't built to fight, unlike Metal Gears. But, you know. Calamitous is kind of a big shot. She used to be a super boss before being downgraded to a final boss. For now. One day Yarn will be in the game. And here's Shantae with all the gems she's collected. And, going on about how Mr. White's feature on the reggae album is Pure Fire. I never knew I wanted a reggae cover of Game Climb Lover, but now I do. Someone make that right now. Shantae and Abigail became friends over Funya Rimpa. Shout out to the Zero Escape series that I've been Let's Playing. Go watch that if you haven't already. And
Look
here's
at that
this.
constellation. What would you
Nico
call it?
cheering up Anna.
Me, I'd call it
It's
the
just a
ultimate
really
animal.
unexpectedly wholesome and sweet
Nailed
moment.
it. And this is the best spot to watch it. Best person to watch it with, too.
I just thought that was really sweet. Speaking of this, though, well, you can see Nico's crushing on Anna. Nico refused to do anything about it. They just sat on it. They just sat on the crush and never confessed their feelings. We'll see how this pans out later. Spoilers, though, it doesn't go well for Nico. Everyone only cares about shooting endless projectiles. All praise the game clam. Yep. This is what Mr. White thinks all the fans are doing. And this is Pipami going out with Jill. Yeah, despite putting them on the at the same time, Papago and Pipami do not get together, but you know, still got some love going around. Isabel's like, "What kind of people do you like, Homestar?" And Homestar's like, "I guess some would really appreciate a gaming stream. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Follow me on Twitch." So true, bestie. Here's making the diaper pie, and immediately giving it to Homestar, because of course, he deserves it. He knows what he did. And here's this.
You're pretty good at that.
So this is a rather specific scene, since I don't know if this can happen at places other than the fountain, but it has a quite few specific circumstances that have to pop up for that, like someone knitting at the fountain, which, you know, isn't always going to happen. Otacon talking about Pocket Circuit. Must have been talking to Kiryu. It does have a complex backstory. And here's this. This is just funny to me, because, like, you know, Calamitous, the uber-powerful brimstone witch, can't catch a butterfly. It's funny watching a character like this fail to do a very simple and mundane task. Here's me giving Doug some slime. You know, kind of had to. Here's what things might look like if Star Runner, Homestar Runner. Here's what Starbreaker would look like if she actually, like, took over the world and stuff, instead of playing dice games. And here's this. Otacon, Pilot, and Starbreaker crushing on Kiryu. This was hard to deal with because I had to cheer up all three of them. It was not a fun time. King Arcadian, how good are you playing violent dice games? Here's the family together. This is when I realized you didn't have to put all 8 people in a group shot. This would be used for funny effects later. This would be giving Chai 808. Like I said, I'm really happy with how 808 turned out. Starbreaker's like, ooh, violent dice games, you say? I know a thing or two about those. And then Vi and Abigail got married, yay! Here's them on the honeymoon. And look at this! I didn't know this could happen. David Jr.'s here, on the vacay. Abigail brought her pet with her. That's really funny to me. And here's this. As you remember, Spampton was crushing on Shantae, and Shantae and Lamb got together. Spampton's about to find this out.
Yeah, let's plan a chance over Crab and Violet that logo clap. Which is Grandma Sim Kimmel Bros? Which is Grandma Sim Kimmel Bros? Oh, Crappy Rindo Boss. You're a shibble doodam. Which is Grandma Sim Kimmel Bros? So close. That will have to move her not 60.
Poor guy. He didn't know. I have also seen, like, a kind of variation of this scene where, like, someone's with someone, like, the other person's jealous, so, like, they storm through and then they get in a fight and such. But I haven't gotten that. And here's this. It's just another cute moment.
This is for you.
I had the same idea.
It's like, despite it all, this game does have, like, really genuine, really wholesome moments. which, you know, I didn't fully expect from this game. But, you know, it has them. And this is just funny. Out of context. Spampton is cooking some too much spaghetti over a bonfire, but the Soul Eaters from Terraria Calamity Mod eat it all. Out of context, if you don't know what any of that means, that's just a funny sentence. And this rhymed, which is the reason I copied this. It was just funny. And I want to tell you, remember, let's go save Undertale 2. Come on, kid. I love that image so much. And here's when Sponge was on the island. I don't know why Homestar's attending this lecture. Maybe he doesn't think he's a terrific enough athlete, or he wants some other perspectives on it. Here's Sponge looking at a Pokeball. Sponge as a Pokemon trainer would be interesting. I wonder what Pokemon he'd have. Probably not the ones like, there's some psychic Pokemon that's like, oh, if it takes extreme emotion, it'll go mad and kill people and stuff. I don't want to bring about Sponge, I can tell you that. And, here's these four getting heated over playing an educational game, which is apparently hard and multiplayer. There's a funny moment that I didn't really get to capture where, like, I heard Homestar saying, I've been stuck on this boss for days, and he's playing the educational game, which is really funny that Homestar is stuck on that, which is in character. But also, take a listen to this. Those are Pikmin sounds. Look at Nintendo reusing assets. This threw me for a loop. This was the day that I brought Sponge to the island, and, you okay there, Sponge? I was like, this is like a shocking out-of-character moment for him. But we're gonna find out that this isn't a one-off occurrence. This experiment might have legs. Here's just Chai depressed, sitting there with 808, cheering him up. Really funny. So, I mentioned earlier that Nico sat on their crush for Anna forever. Long enough that Anna actually fell in love and out of love for Nico. It took that long for Nico to do anything. It was only after all that Nico finally confessed, and by that point Anna was like, you waited too long. I don't like you anymore. Which was disheartening. Like, come on. Happening to Nico's really sad. Nico didn't give up the crush, though, for some reason. Also, here's just fun kids hang out when it was just these four that were on the island so far. Fun kid hangout. They all knew each other. And this is a fun thing. The two cat-adjacent characters? I don't know. And here's, like, the Phantom Thief scene, you know. Got a few screenshots of that. And this, I didn't know Cookie Clicker is multiplayer either, but apparently it is. Here they are. And, back when Apetta was living alone, there's the cave. Yep, Caden's like, I'm gonna pencil you into moving to the beat of music ASAP. Because, you know, that's what they do. These games. Yeah, so I gave 808 to Nepeta, and this is really funny, just watching her draw cats, of course. That is something she would do. And yes, again, horsetail, because don't have a cattail for some reason. Here's this. This is really funny. Seeing all the characters with Sponge's face is just hilarious to me. It's really funny. Here's this. I'm glad no one sounds a troll. Maybe don't investigate the cave then. Joke explainer. You're beaten for rude surprise. I Am a Cat is more moving than watching a video of a kitten adventuring. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is that not what I Am a Cat is kind of about? Or are they saying that the book version is better than the movie version? Was there a movie version of I Am a Cat? I don't know. And here's this. Poor Sponge. And here is Nico finally getting over the crush for Anna. We'll see if this one goes any better. And here's this. Junpei, you're in the way. There we go. It the cutscene was like hanging on there for a second. Just kind of funny to see Junpei interrupting them and then being like, "Move, man." And here's the shipping chart I made. And like I said, immediately became inaccurate. You wanna know why? As you can see, Isabel and Inkling are there. That connection is black. If you know quadrants, you know what that means. We'll get to that in a little bit. Here's Abigail being very smart, talking to Dr. Wills about what she knows he likes. I still haven't made Glang yet. I don't know if I'm artistic enough to accurately make Glang. I could try, though. Here's me saying, "What do you want to do?" When Madeline asked, what did she want to do about her crush on Sholmes? She's like, well, maybe it'll happen. I kind of accidentally spoiled this. So yeah, the crush is mutual. That's surprising. Maybe there is a good end in sight. I'll mention how this turns out later, because I do have footage of it, but I don't want to show it for reasons I'll get to. Oh, and this is me like, I want to try out the creepy voice of Inkling to make it like modulate, like actually sound like a voice,
Yeah,
but
I'm okay.
I'm like, I don't really want to have that anymore.
I was wondering the same thing. Let's hang out again.
And dang it, the shipping chart is inaccurate almost immediately. Which, you know, shipping charts aren't like meant for that, but it was just kind of funny that immediately after that happened, this became inaccurate. And here's this.
Hey, Nico. Yeah.
This because like I expected it to go the same as all the other times. I've seen this scene happen, but it didn't. You'll see why.
Hey, Nico.
That's why I skipped the line at first.
Yeah.
But then I remembered, oh wait.
The truth is...
Yeah. They feel they're being tormented by a shipping chart. Yeah, kinda. And this. This was the moment I'm like, oh my god. There may be something to this after all. The Islanders are trying to help Sponge be happy. Oh my god. This is insane. If you know anything about Sponge, you know that he's the epitome of sadness. He literally absorbs all the world's sadness into his mustache. That's why it's so big. And they're trying to make him happy. That is, like, the biggest surprise of the island. Like, oh my god. They actually want him to be happy. They're trying to help him. And here's this.
Can I please take your picture? Say cheese. What a great smile. Nice. Great shot.
And speaking of scenes that like have a lot of conditions to be met, this is like me has a camera and is crushing on another me, and those two me's interact. Then this scene happens. It's kind of funny. I've been playing this game a lot. My boy. Someone's called me a terrific athlete, so I remember this in the first place. The king of... I almost called him the king of town. That... he fits the bill because he's living in free country USA as the king. But King Arcadia is not a terrific athlete. And here's Dylan being born and immediately being introduced to a gaming stream. Someone being raised on my content is something that's kind of scary, honestly. Here's everyone confessing to Patches, who said yes, not to Junpei, but to Curly Brace. Here's this image I took, but you accidentally spoiled this again. Sponge found love somehow. Yes, I know it happened at the end of Vinny's original Tomodachi Life series, but, like, seeing it happen again here, on this island, is kind of funny. And Nico actually confessed. And it worked! Finally! A happy ending for Nico. We'll get to this later. Remember I mentioned there's a fight every other time I open up the game? There are 2 different fights going on at the same time. That's crazy to me. Here's this. The crush is finding mutual. Stakes down the island so Otacon's found a new old man to get together with, hopefully. Here's Dr. Wiltz taking photos. Probably with a flash on, right in Corbo's face. And then Corbo got married. Speaking of, to Neko Arc. There we go. Starbreaker saying there's more to a die than meets the eye. This is when I realized, oh my god, I don't have a die treasure. I need to find one and give it to Starbreaker right now. I eventually did, but it took a while. Here's Spampton shilling the game clam, which is again funny if you know that Wayne Radio TV played Spampton, in the sweepstakes, and the Undertale anniversary thing, and also did game clam. And here's the fireworks interaction. And this is when I discovered that apparently there's an errant pixel somewhere in the animal that I need to fix. Yeah, just a nice moment. Here's this solo picture. And this one's funny because with Trevor, I managed to find his least liked and least liked of all time, one after another directly in a row, which is crazy to me that I managed to do that. And here's this. So yeah, Sponge found love. People want him to be happy on this island. They're sharing secrets on like how to be happier, and he found love. That's mad. Oh, and here's this. We already saw this earlier. Here's making bread and water soup. And this happened immediately after. Decided like just coming into existence, Dylan's immediately dreaming about it. And here's Otacon confessing to Kiryu, and it went well. Old Man Yowie. Pilot again. Now, Petty, you can't say that. We have to censor that. Oh, and, if you recall, in June it was my birthday. And I figured, I don't know how many people are going to see the birthday scene. So here's what happens on your birthday. They give a call, it's like, say, hey, someone wants to talk to you. And then it zooms to this cutscene. This is a long one.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Granny. Happy birthday to you.
And I think the Miis that show up are based on, like, your favorite Miis. Like, again, spoilers for one of the vacations. The space travel shows a list of your favorite Miis, and I've recognized some of these on that list. So I think it's based on your favorite Miis showing up for your birthday, which is really nice.
Happy birthday, Ben. This is Lola.
So yeah, everyone gives you happy birthday wishes, and they say something, go around in a circle.
Congrats on 31 years.
Yeah.
Hope this year brings you plenty of happiness.
Every time I'm reminded, I just melt into dust and bones. That's not
31 now.
what melting is, but whatever.
That's the best age.
Thanks, I guess, Miku.
Every day I feel so grateful to have met you.
you next year too. Thank you for always looking out for us. I'm always rooting for you.
I think it's cute that Popcorn and Lammy are next to each other.
Thanks for everything.
Congrats.
You can do anything.
I could do anything. And yeah, that's happy birthday stuff.
Yay.
Yay! It was really nice. And here's that. Really nice. Alright, and here's a full house at the conversation table, which I'd never seen before. Here's this comment that threw me off guard. Stop brushing your teeth in the bathtub. Use the ocean like everyone else. That's... okay. Oh, and here's this marriage. Good for them. And here's me finally getting a dang dog tail, so I can give it to Isabel. Oh, and I showed a clip last time of things lighting up really well. Listen to this. This happens so much that I think this has to be on purpose, that things sometimes line up like this. I got a lower clip of it later, but you know. Here's Alden trying to take pictures of her ghost. Tell me how well that goes out. Taking pictures of her ghost. I don't know. In the middle of the day as well. And here's a funny scene here. All of them eating a single broccoli. Just all four of them together. And this is really funny. I could have gotten a diamond or gold bar, but no, I got a dang fly swatter. This one's funny. They're saying what makes this dog so interesting also applies to Strong Bad. Yeah, you know, Strong Bad. Famous owner of fur and paws and a big wet nose that licks everyone, has big ears, big fluffy tail. You know, the Strong Bad we all know. Casually discussing being fans of Murray Popo. When I was thinking of an OJ character, I was thinking either Murray Popo or Starbreaker, and I decided to do Starbreaker instead. Oh, it's up with Sponge. Here's the sign interaction.
I wonder what this warning sign is for.
And I feel like this is really a character. This would happen to him.
Huh? That was a close call.
Yeah, just poor guy. Poor guy. He can't escape being Sponge and being, like, unlucky and sad completely. But this island is doing its darndest. And here's this. This is a unique angle that I've not seen before on this one. Next, all these guys convention Sholmes. Junpei just will not stop. And he said no to all of them. Here's this. This is, again, funny if you know the connection. Siva Gunner, for one of their April Fools, put all the music from the Game Clan conferences on the Siva Gunner channel. It was really cool. Really cool. Once again, when the lingo I made for a specific situation shows up, Shantae loves hair-based attacks. Inkling's sorry about being a squid kid. Just funny. Yeah. Being friends through the anime conventions. MonsterCon's always a really fun time. All of the Monster Prom games are. Here's this. This one kind of came out left field. Pilot and Spampton, I guess. They're both, like, pure white colored skin. Both little guys. I guess it could work out. Here we're catching up to modern day stuff with Flowery. Gave him a carnation, gave him an autumn leaf, all that stuff. And immediately Flowery getting into character real well. Flowery's a little too good at being in character, if you ask me. Sometimes these games are sentient. And here's, once again, instruments lining up with each other.
Nice.
Again, this has to be on purpose, right? This happened too many times for it not to be.
You are a champion. Yeah. So well.
I think it's funny that they line up so often.
You're too.
Nah. Here's Flowery telling stuff that he's not supposed to tell. He's telling about the UI or something, Joke Explainer. Joke Explainer's like, I already know that. And here's this. I sent this picture to some friends and they're like, oh my god, that's so good. And here's this. Nepeta absolutely beefing it. And giving up. Poor Nepeta. It's really funny. Flowery talking about Lumios to Corbeau. That was funny. They line up like that. And this is the thumbnail I'm planning on using for this. Showing off a lot of the new characters. That'd be nice. All the little photo op stuff they have is pretty neat. And here's Rhythm Heaven stuff. Oh, and here are the pictures from the Antarctic Tour. I'll show it again later, but like, it was a little underwhelming if I'm being completely honest. Considering, again, spoilers for Tomodachi Life, the space one. Just kind of normal. This was funny. Imitating the face. And here's this. Second proper kid romance, I think. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if their personalities are going to mesh too well, but it's possible. Pico and Homestar, enemies, but they're happy to play soccer together. Yeah, here's this again. Pretty soon after. We'll see how all these turn out. Not today, because they haven't confessed or anything yet, but, anything can happen. This was just a funny concept to think about. Deconstructed pizza slices, huh? You make the dang pizza. Like something Chuck E. Cheese might do out of desperation. Remember that weird hoax? You reuse pizzas and it was proven false, but some people still believe it. It's crazy. Yuri moment from Rhythm Heaven. And this happened. This was Otacon being like, I don't think I like Kiryu anymore. I'm like, come on, man. You two are perfect together. And I said, alright, we'll try it then. And it went great. Like I said, no breakups or divorces or anything. Somehow. Here's this. Imagining hanging with Carcat. Yeah, I had to put a Homestuck name in there somewhere. So yeah, I did. I did that. Hey, remember when they made up? Now the shipping chart is accurate again. Yippee! Just things have a funny way of working themselves out, huh? I've played this game a lot.
At you from here.
Oh, and here's the lighthouse interaction that I finally got. This is Flower using it.
At you from here. Huh. Oh, it's Spy. Aw. I'm, going to pretend I didn't see that.
Alright, and, for Flowery, whenever he makes friends, I'm determined to make nicknames for everyone. I kind of stopped doing that for the most part, but for Flowery specifically, that's just what he does. He gives nicknames to everyone. So, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna commit to that at the very least. Yeah. Me giving him more phrases. This is him screaming at the ocean for like whenever he does that. Here I come, San Francisco. And that's it. That's all the clip show. Like I said, it took a while, but that's everything that's happened in between the last video and this one. And we're mostly caught up. I did want to mention something that, like I said, there was a failed recording that I tried to do for this. And something happened that kind of just like ruined the vibe for the entire rest of the video. I learned that kids that are in a relationship with each other can ask to get married. I didn't think that was possible. I thought they'd have some sort of safeguard against it. But for the sake of science, I decided, alright, let's see what happens. So it lets you do the minigame. It goes to the thing, it's like, will you marry me? And they say yes. And then they do say, kids can't get married, obviously. So why make me go through all that? They say, with age-up spray, with age-o-matic spray, we can get married. So kids can ask to get married, and if you do it, they'll ask to both be grown up immediately, so they can get married. I don't know how to feel about that, to be honest. That kind of like took the wind out of my sails when I recorded that video. I'm like, I don't want that to be just weighing on the entire video the whole time. So I figured I'd just like leave it at the end. And also just like as a warning, that can happen. And I didn't really feel comfortable aging both of them up to adults just so they can marry. Because like, they're kids. You know. It didn't feel good being given that option for them. So I said no. And I get the feeling they're going to ask again at some point. I'm going to have to keep saying no. It just kind of... Yeah. I know people want stuff right now, but I'm kind of wrapping up here for a little bit. One other thing I will show, before we head off, is I'm going to show the footage I have of the Antarctic vacation. Just show what happens, because, you know, it's not something you do very often, because it costs $5,000 or whatever. So, here you go.
Awesome. Thanks to you, I finally have the $5,000 I need for my Antarctica tour. Time to pack my bags. I've been sitting here for days waiting for the sunset.
Say cheese.
This ship is called an icebreaker because starting conversations is so easy when you're on one.
Say cheese.
I always wondered where the expression the tip of the iceberg came from.
Say cheese.
That was a wonderful trip. Thanks so much for letting me take it. Here, I brought you a souvenir.
Alright, and like I said, kind of underwhelming for me personally. Because, you know, in the last game, that was the space, like, that did unlock the space vacation. But no, you can just do that whenever, I guess, but, you know. That's it for Tomodachi Life, living the dream, I guess. If you want to see more of this, I'll probably stream this every now and then. You know, just have something I can stream. Just new stuff happens, just see everything that's going on. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed this. Just, a little update on everything that's going on here. And I guess so that's it. This went on for quite a while, and I think the clip show was like half of it entirely because, so much happened. But, I gotta catch everyone up. I've been taking these clips and stuff for a reason. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. And once we get back to the title screen, eventually, the loading takes a bit sometimes. There we go. But yeah, this has been Tomodachi Life, living the dream, the Matayu Island update. Thank you again for watching. Again, make sure you follow my Twitch and stuff if you want to watch more of this in the future. But I'm going to go for now. See you guys next time.